Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
Support for the community programming provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. We got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how it must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. There's something that made you come back again. And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back. Welcome back. 'Cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Hi. It is Monday, May 4th. A faction of the British Army removes Richard Cromwell as Lord Protector. That's a good title, huh? Lord Protector.
Lord Protector.
Of the Commonwealth and reinstalls the Rump Parliament. Although, honestly speaking, I would have much rather have them install the Breast Parliament. I'm more of a Breast Parliament guy than a Rump Parliament guy. How about you?
Oh, boy. Not going to answer that question.
No? You know, do you know anybody who has like a foot fetish?
No, I
No.
do not.
It's just, I don't get, I'm like, there's just so many better parts to be obsessed with than feet.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
You turned into That'll Learn Ya with your average run-of-the-mill host, Michael Buster McMahon. I am Michael Buster McMahon. You know, this morning some clown opened the door for me, and I thought to myself, what a nice gesture.
Nope.
You know, I believe everything always ends well. If not, it's probably not the end. Remember that. Jeremy's
Wait a minute. You're the ultimate pessimist.
First of all, I'm not a pessimist.
Yes, you are.
I'm a realist.
Pessimist.
In my stories, I like it better. I think it's more powerful when the couple doesn't get together in a story, because I think it's more memorable. And I've proven this. That Casablanca is better than Breakfast at Tiffany's. I've proven that even the most ridiculous of an 80s sex com if you don't put the couple together, you remember that film for the rest of your life, The Last American Virgin? That ending right there. If the couple ended up together, you never would have remembered that movie in your life. The soundtrack, yeah, a hell of a soundtrack. But it's just a stupid 80s little sex com. But they put that ending on there. And you're like, yeah. Anyway, you got me away from what I was doing.
I know.
Joining me is my pal and producer, Peter Coles. Say, hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Nice job. Last October, Peter registered as a sex offender. He's not. He just figured he wouldn't have to buy any Halloween candy if he did.
Oh, for crap's sakes.
Halloween candy is expensive. You got to do what you got to do. You know, police have arrested the world tongue twister champion. Did you hear this?
No.
They're going to give him a tough sentence. You know how much fun today.
Oh, boy.
Today in the show, great songs and cool stories about them. Plus, if we have time, we'll tell you the strange story of the truck driver who was caught speeding through walking paths of a state park and why he had no memory of doing so. But we probably won't have time for that. So sit back, relax, take an egg sandwich to go. Take an egg sandwich to go. I don't even remember writing that. And remember, if you think you're really smart, try to hear the William Tell Overture without thinking about the Lone Ranger. Can't do it, can you?
Oh, that's funny. Finally, something funny.
Oh, thank you. Line 10 gets your laugh. How are you?
A busy weekend.
Yeah? What'd you do?
We did a cookout for my father-in-law,
Oh, okay.
who turned 86.
Good.
Had everybody over his house.
Nice.
A little chilly out, so we were in the house.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get with this weather here.
Yeah, this is April.
I've been driving the car. I have the heat on in the morning and the air conditioner on during the afternoon. It's weird.
Yeah, we're in April.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were outside for a little bit because it was nice. We had a chimney going with a fire, and it was a little warm, but yeah, it was a little chilly too. Every time the wind kicked up. But yeah, did that and ran errands on Saturday. The wife's car needed a new compressor for her air conditioning system, and she drives a Subaru.
Yeah, it's just a good time to do it.
Almost a $2,000 deal. Yeah.
So I was talking to somebody about a restaurant. They had a really good blueberry cheesecake. And
Ooh, I like blueberry cheesecake.
yeah, it was really good. And I said, I'll have to, stop by sometime. And, I'm supposed to cut back on my sugar, but I said, but they said, well, actually, you want to know a secret? You can actually order it on Amazon, because of course you can. But, so she actually looked it up on her phone and she showed me. It's $170.
Oh my God.
Now, granted, you get the 12 for, and I get it. You go to the restaurant, they're gonna whack you for $4 or whatever anyway. Well, it's probably even more.
Of cheesecakes usually like $8.
Yeah, so something like there'd have to be because if they're buying it, I'm sure they're getting it wholesale. But so again, my go-to whenever somebody tells me something like this, I can't help this. This was at the time probably something very beneficial for me, but it's ruined my life. Okay.
What's that?
I bought a car once for $100.
Yeah.
And drove it for 2 years. So I just can't get...
Was that when we were in high school?
No, actually, it was maybe about 25 years ago. Because I actually bought a car, a really nice car, and it had a problem. And it was in litigation. They said, oh, the warranty's run out. I'm like, well, no, you never gave me the warranty. So technically, according to state law, it kicks in as soon as you give it to me. And so we were in court. So all my money was still making payments on this car. So I had to, in the meantime, while that was being taken care of, I
needed a car.
I needed a car. And I told the car, I said, listen, nothing on you better break, because I am not going to spend $20 on you beyond, fuel.
Oil, stuff like that.
I will buy another car for $100 before I ever spend $30 on you. And so it was a big favor for me, but it's kind of ruined my life because I can't.
Every car to be like that?
Well, no, I can't get past like when someone says, "Oh, this costs $300." I'm like, I bought a car for $100 once.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, It's tough.
Yeah.
Hey, it's kind of nice. We don't have to open the show with any deaths. This is kind of nice. So we're going to open with a nice little love song. But
You should start with "Don't Fear the Reaper" then.
yeah, that would be funny. What's kind of nice about this song, because there's so many songs that start off as religious songs that become love songs. People don't realize the song was written about God. I think we talked about this maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. It sounds familiar. It's a conversation I've had recently. I'm assuming it was with all of you, because most of my conversations are,
Yeah, gotcha.
with all of you.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can write a song like the lyricist. This is a wonderful little love song. I never knew love like this before. But the artist wrote it about his newborn daughter when she was born. Not the artist, the person who
The
wrote
writer,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and it works as a love song too. And it also kind of makes sense. I never knew love like this before, because sometimes you're gonna fall in love. What's the average 3.5 times in your life? I think you fall in love.
Yeah,
I think somebody
that
said that.
sounds about right.
Yeah, and then there's people like my sister who ruin the average by meeting some guy in middle school and marrying her and staying with him for the rest of her life, and so that brings the averages down because she's only got one. Mm-hmm. And then there's this. I'm not Facebook friends with him anymore because he started doing the "if you don't agree with me politically, you're an idiot" post, and so I'm just I like to play devil's advocate with these people. So like if I don't think exactly like you're 100% right on everything, then I'm the dope. You're not wrong on anything. And he's like, yep.
Interesting to have that much certainty. It's almost like you think you're God.
But yeah, but it's kind of funny because I miss him because I wonder how many loves he's on now. Because he put this post one time, he was heartbroken, and you get your heart broken, you put it, people put it on Facebook, and everyone feels bad, like, oh God, sorry, you and your girl broke up, and he's devastated. And then 3 months later, he announced to the world that he's met somebody new, and he's absolutely so in love with her. It's like, all right, well, this could be a rebound thing, but hey, maybe it's
Hamster hits the top of the wheel again.
Yeah, good for him. And then 2 months later, he announces it didn't work out. He's heartbroken, and then like
that sounds like a him problem.
3 months later, so like within the course of like a year and a half, and I think I became Facebook friends with him. He was a fan of my sports show. So like now he's like, oh my gosh, I love your the Average Joe show, my sports talk show I used to have on ESPN Radio in Springfield. So I'm like, oh sure, I'll friend him, sure. And I think that's how I got him. So eventually I did, but in the year and a half that I was Facebook friends with him, I think he found the love of his life 5 or 6 times.
That sounds like a him problem.
Yeah. So I'm curious now. I don't remember his name. I'd love to look him up and see how many loves he's on by now. Hopefully, maybe he found the one. But you can't fall in love with everybody.
No. Nope.
Because you're probably just in love with love.
You're in love with the rush that you get at the beginning. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, he's.
If you keep repeating the cycle on that shorter notice,
you know what? Maybe they
you're in
broke
love
up.
with the rush.
Maybe they broke up over political arguments. Because if you don't think 100% like him, I've spent way too much time on this person.
That's a little bit of narcissism.
So Stephanie Mills got a hold of it. At first, she didn't love the song, but she grew to love the checks that came in. I don't know why. It's a fantastic song.
Grew to love the checks.
That's why, like, don't we always have like a story about Dionne Warwick hating a song? Unless Burt Bacharach wrote it, right? Then she loves it. But if anybody else writes her a song, she hates it, but she doesn't mind cashing the check.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it seems like we had a couple stories like that about her.
She's in love with the money, not the song.
Yeah. Like Heartbreaker, that the Bee Gees wrote. The Bee Gees wrote you a song, and it was a hit. You ungrateful little...
Easy.
I got nothing against Dionne Warwick. I just think maybe she might be a little ungrateful. That's all.
Gotcha.
Here's Stephanie Mills. I never knew love like this before. 107.5 WSFD.
Since you came Support for community programming provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. Visit bettsplumbing.com or 14 Coleman Avenue, Westfield. Public welcome.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
107.5 FM, WSFD.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM, WSFD-LP, Westfield.
Yeah. Little Steely Dan. We don't play enough Steely Dan, I don't think.
Yeah, one of the greatest studio bands of all time.
Yeah. Named after a toy designed for women. That's what we can say. So he said he's never going back to his old school, but Donald Fagen did. He went back to his old school, went to Bard College in Annandale, New York, to receive an honorary degree. And when he was there, he granted an interview with the school newspaper. And he said that he and his bandmate, Walter Brennan, the song is a personal story combining different experiences that they both had at Bard College.
You know, Bard College used to have a campus in the Berkshires, and they just recently closed it.
Really? I did not know that.
A year or two ago, yep.
I did not know that.
Yep. I knew the former police chief there.
So what is it now?
It's an empty space. I don't know if they're trying to sell it off, but it's a college campus that's just kind of sitting there.
Maybe I'll buy it.
Has a good theater.
Huh. Well, how much could they be asking for it?
Don't know.
I once bought a car for $100.
You might want to win the lottery first.
There's lots of reasons why I'm going to win. I'm going to be set. Like within 5 years, I'm very optimistic about what my life's going to look like 5 years from now.
By the way, I was in the process of speaking of my old school.
Mm-hmm.
The Savannah Bananas played one of their biggest things at Texas Stadium to 102,000. And at the same time, they secretly planned a pop-up game at a high school. And they kind of planned it with the school that the kids would get out early and things like that. And it was only 1,000 fans. But they did the full Savannah Bananas show. And then the Plain White Tees, I think, showed up and did a pop-up concert right after the game.
Wow. Pretty cool.
I nominated Bullens Field for a Savannah Bananas pop-up game because it has a lot of history.
Have you seen them?
No. I've seen them on TV. I'd love to go see them.
I saw them. I don't need to see them again.
No?
It's
fun. It's a show.
It's bad baseball. It's really, I mean.
It's not supposed to be good baseball.
I know, but it's horrible to see people like, all right, there's 2 outs and you're trying to make a circus catch and you dropped it and now people scored. Bad base running. Everyone just takes the extra base no matter what and they get thrown out.
It's a show.
Yeah. I said, I'm glad I saw it. I have no desire to see it again. It's what it is.
Wait till baseball starts adopting some of the rules. Because you know what? They're going to need it because the numbers keep dropping.
No, you can. This was one of the best World Series we had in a while last year, and it was well watched. And baseball, I think the
overall baseball is terrible.
I think
I can't.
I think the pitch count has helped, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this, but I like the ABS system, the challenging balls and strikes, because there was too many bad umpires influencing the game, and this is a way of straightening that out.
Still can't watch it.
Oh. Well, I mean, the Red Sox aren't really entertaining right now, and
I can't watch it in general.
I don't want to. I don't want to talk about the Bruins and Celtics. So
yeah, Celtics probably lost, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm trying to decide which was a bigger choke job.
76ers are going to get their butts kicked in the next series anyway.
I'm just trying to think what was the bigger choke job. The Bruins from a couple of years ago being up 3-1 over Florida, or the Celtics being up 3-1 over the. Anyway, let's talk about something fun. It's probably too late to ask for this. Can we play the video for this next song, or is that too late to ask for that?
Too late.
Okay. Sorry, I should have. So we're gonna play this. Song. Do you know why I'm playing this song?
Why?
Because the singer is my cousin's daughter. So you know what that makes her?
I don't know.
It's the first cousin once removed.
Gotcha.
Which, I always heard that, and I never really knew what that was. And it's because it's a cousin, but one generation removed from being the cousin. I think we need a better term. It's kind of complicated. So there's a slang term for it. It's called little cousin. And I guess technically, if we met, it'd be right for her to call me her uncle. If we meet. But yeah, she's had a nice little country career, unbeknownst to me. And now be known to me. But
now be known?
Yes, now be known to me. Yeah, she's doing okay. She didn't really like the Nashville scene, which is going to stump her growth a little bit. But she goes out, she does tours all across the country, and she's been doing this for a while. And she's had a couple, and the videos look very professionally done. So I'm surprised. I'm just finding out about it now. But Charlie Marie is my little cousin. How about
Gotcha.
that? It's my mother's brother's granddaughter.
Okay.
So it should be second cousins to my daughter, right? Yeah. It gets complicated. Mm-hmm. What does that make us?
We're friends from high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm looking forward to Spaceballs too. Even if it's bad. Even if it's bad, I gotta see it. Right?
Shouldn't be.
You never know. I mean,
Plenty of material to parody.
yeah. And they were able to, getting Rick Moranis back. That was the key.
Yeah.
Getting Moranis back, who hasn't acted in what, like 15 years or so? It's been a little while.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He's been a good director, though.
Yeah. Oh, is that what he's been doing?
Oh, yeah, pretty sure, yeah.
He's directing. I thought he just left Hollywood.
I think he's been directing.
Has he?
Yeah.
I would throw the challenge flag on that. I don't think he has, but that's okay. Maybe he has. Every actor wants to be a director. Every director wants to be a king, right? Mm-hmm. Are you looking that up?
Yep.
Good for her because she grown up and it's sort of like a little bit old school country because she grew up. Her mother would always play like Patsy Cline and stuff for her and everything. So she grew up in that sort of an environment. So good for her. So did you get your answer?
It looks like he's been doing stuff, yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, good for him. Well, here's my little cousin Charlie Marie and Bad Seed, 107.5 WSFD.
Your mom always told me you were up to no good. Never listened to her like your brothers would. Black leather jacket with your hair slicked back, faster than an Eldorado Cadillac. You act like James Dean, nightmare disguised in a sweet dream. You thought I was foolish, didn't think I'd see your MO's making a good girl's heart bleed. Baby, you were born a bad seed. Smooth like a jet plane in a clear blue sky. Was hard not to fall for your lying eyes. But I just couldn't let love grow, 'cause my intuition told me, hell no. You act like James Dean, a nightmare disguised in a sweet dream. You thought I was foolish, didn't think I'd see your MO's making a good girl's heart bleed. Baby, you were born a bad seed. Bad to the root, bad to the core. Karma will come knocking on your door. You'll come to know you reap what you sow. While sea.
Support for community programming provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. Visit bettsplumbing.com or 14 Coleman Avenue, Westfield. Public welcome.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
107.5 FM WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
Do you like Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, good band. Now, this is their first album without John Hull, and it's their first one with Bob Lineback and excuse me, and Robert Martin. But don't get used to them because that was the only album those two did. After that, they left. Orleans, sort of a... you could probably claim, Peter, on your resume that you were a member of the band Orleans because they had a lot of people. You know who...
Okay.
The association. That's who you want to claim to be part of. Cause
really?
They wouldn't be able to fact. They had like 50 different people going in and out of that band. So you could say, yeah, I was with the... And, you know, people can't call you on that. Say you played Triangle or something. Who's going to know? So, this video was, when MTV first came out, this was like really the first thing of product placement. Not only because Papermate agreed to pay for the entire video shoot if their pens were featured prominently in the video. And you're saying, well, why? The name of the band was Autograph. So you could see.
Yeah, I got it.
Mm-hmm. So they wanted to demonstrate the benefits of their amazing erasable pen. The band used their pen in the clip shows the band signing in at the beginning. It was a great bit of marketing, signing in with
sure, yeah.
Because the name of the album was "Sign In, Please."
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is a good name for an album if your name of your band is Autograph. This is a band that never really took off.
Yeah.
They should. They were pretty good. Here's the only song that we know by them. Turn up the radio. 107.5 WSFD.
Support for community radio provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
107.5 FM WSFD.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
All your life you've waited for love to come and stay. And now that I have found you, you must now slip away. I know it's hard believing the words you've heard before, but darling, you must trust them just once more. Baby, goodbye doesn't mean forever. Let me tell you, goodbye doesn't mean we'll never be together again. If you wake up and I'm not there, I won't be long away. 'Cause the things you do, my goodbye girl, will bring me back to you. I know you've been taken, afraid to hurt again. You fight the love you feel for me instead of giving in. But I can wait forever, helping you to see that I was meant for you and you for me. So remember, goodbye doesn't mean forever. Let me tell you, goodbye doesn't mean we'll never be together again. Though we may be so far apart, you still would have my heart. So forget your past, my goodbye girl, 'cause now you're home at last.
So I was going through Tubi the other day, and I came across the Goodbye Girl was on there, and the In-Laws.
Tubi, huh?
Tubi. I used to love the Tubi's ads where they said that we make this is a brilliant commercial. We make Tubi free for independent shop owners, but we also make it free for people who shake down those independent. And they come in, they show them wrecking the store, and they go, because Tubi's free for everybody. Probably somebody complained, right? You're glorifying violence. Well, this is a brilliant commercial.
Yeah.
The movie that I was in is on Tubi. The world needs a new superhero. You can check that out. Did you ever see The Goodbye Girl?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very, very romantic film. I'm okay with the happy ending on that.
You are?
I am.
You okay? We need to check you?
I don't like when it's forced. I don't like when things are forced into the story. So sometimes it just seems like a forced happy ending. For example, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Okay.
And I like Breakfast at Tiffany's. I could have loved it. It could have been great instead of just very good. Anyway, Goodbye Girl. It was a very, very enjoyable film. So that's David Gates' solo from Bread. And he and Jimmy Griffin, they butted heads a lot in Bread because a lot of times it was the David Gates songs that would get released and become hits, not the Jimmy Griffin ones. And after the band broke up, David Gates, they put the song together. He was asked to do the song for the Goodbye Girl. He did. And the record company released a solo album with some of his older stuff just sort of pieced together. Here we go. We got a David Gates album. And Bread reunited for another album after that, but then they split up. But the bitterness remained. In fact, David Gates started touring as David Gates and Bread with different musicians. And I think there were some people from Bread still with him. They even appeared on a Hardy Boys episode as David Gates and Bread. And Jimmy Griffin had an absolute fit. I own half the rights to the name Bread. You cannot call yourself Bread. So he's like, fine. So he started touring as David Gates and his band. I wonder, could you have said, David Gates from Bread? Somebody did that. I forget who did that. It wasn't Dennis DeYoung. We all knew Dennis DeYoung was from Styx. There was no hiding that. Somebody did that. Somebody from
something.
Yeah. But yeah, people get the
David Lee Roth from Van Halen.
Yeah. You didn't need that.
Maybe you did.
I don't think you needed that. There was no doubt. I think even I don't know if my mother in the 80s could have said who the lead singer of Van Halen was, but I bet you if you gave her multiple choice, like 4 names, she might have been able to say, "Oh yeah, David Lee Roth. That sounds familiar." The ultimate frontman.
The ultimate clown.
Yeah, but he went out there. He was the front man.
Clown.
Look, I saw him and a tour. I had heard it in the morning that Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth, they were doing a tour together, and they were going to be at the Hartford.
Together?
Yeah.
I heard it for a long time. Didn't they want to beat the crap out of each other?
Yeah, they first thought it would be kind of cool because they both felt that they got kind of had arguments with the brothers, and that they could be united by doing this. But soon they learned that they did not like each other, and they were in separate dressing rooms, and they would flip a coin, or they'd alternate on who was the opening act and who was the closer. So I had heard in the morning that they were going to appear at what's the amphitheater down in Hartford now?
The Meadows.
Meadows, and it's probably gone through 6 names. So I'm like, oh my gosh! So I call a couple people. I'm like, you want to go? And like, oh no, I'm busy. I'm working. So I'm like, it's all right. I'm going to go. And so I went by myself, and and David Lee Roth was still David Lee Roth. He's out there, kept his stomach flat, and still just standing there and
prancing,
waiting for the stop in the middle of the song to just stand there and pose and get his applause. He was still David Lee Roth.
Yeah, clown.
Yeah, but it was an interesting show. I heard that.
Sure it was.
I heard that Michael Anthony.
The Sammy Hagar part was probably a lot better.
Yeah, they were both good because the songs, there's no arguing the catalog of both Van Halens. There's some fantastic songs on both catalogs. So I enjoy both because
that's all because of Eddie.
Yeah, but David Lee Roth
mostly
was an amazing vocal. Not so much now. I've seen some of the clips of him trying to sing now. Totally not the same. All right, so now this next song was credited to Just Frankie Valli, although the Four Seasons bandmates are singing it with him. They recorded the song for Motown Records, which they joined in 1970 on the promise that Berry Gordy would personally look after them. And that didn't happen because Berry Gordy was distracted working on the film Lady Sings the Blues for Diana Ross. And the group released an album on Motown called Chameleon in 1972 that was critically acclaimed but sold poorly because Motown didn't really promote it. And it was one of the biggest hit makers, but they hadn't cracked the top 40 since 1967. So Valli, the Gaudio and crew who co-wrote this song, purchased the masters to My Eyes Adored You for $4,000 from Motown and shopped it to other record companies, and they finally found a taker in the private stock record label. It released it in 1974 with the artist credited as Frankie Valli. It rose to number one and revived Valli's career, and his band made a comeback a year later with Oh What a Night, which went to number one in 1976. So a little forgotten piece of history that the Four Seasons were part of Motown briefly. Here's My Eyes Adored You, 107.5 WSFD.
My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you, like a million miles away from me. You couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. Carried your books from school, playing make-believe you're married to me. You were 5th grade, I was 6th when we came to be. Walking home every day over Barnacle Bridge and Bay, till we grew into me and you, who went our separate ways. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you, like a million miles away from me. You couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. Headed for city lights, climbed the ladder up to fortune and fame. I worked my fingers to the bone, made myself a name. Funny, I seem to find that no matter how the years unwind, still I reminisce about the girl I miss and the love I left behind. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you, like a million miles away from me. You couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. My eyes adored you, all my life I will remember. Though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you, like a million miles away from me. You couldn't see how I adored you. Couldn't feel inside regret. So close, I know I won't ever forget you, my childhood friend. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you, like a million miles away from me. You couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far.
Underwriting for the community programming is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here. Want to know what's trending at Westfield Technical Academy? Join host Kevin Daly and Carol Groom to find out all things Tiger. Tiger Talk, Thursdays at 8 a.m. 107.5 FM WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
Damn, I wish I could do that karaoke.
That's got to hit some pretty high notes.
I actually tried it one time, and I'm like, all right, I know it's going to be tough, and I'm trying to talk myself up, get confident, and I went up there, and the DJ at the time, a guy named Kevin, he could sing pretty good, and he deflated my balloon immediately, because he looked at me, he's like, good luck, I've tried this before, and I couldn't do it. I'm like, great. Oh, okay. Benny Mardones, when is a one-hit wonder? He's a one-hit wonder. But he tried so hard, he didn't want to be a one-hit wonder. So out of desperation, like 5 years later, he re-recorded it, released it, and it hit the top 40 again. So every once in a while you'll hear it, and it'll sound a little bit different. That's because it's the new version. He didn't want to be a one-hit wonder, so he's still a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, because it's only one song.
It's only one song, but it was a hit twice. Much bigger the first time. And some people, you know, they question the opening lyrics. She's just 16 years old, leave her alone, they say. And like, obviously he's pursuing her. And some people say it's kind of creepy, but the story behind it is very, very wholesome and sweet. He was a musician trying to make it, and the family that lived across from him in this apartment complex, the dad left. So he would give the kids like a little bit of money to do odd jobs. And he was a rock and roller, so like he couldn't always walk his dog. So he paid the daughter to come over to his apartment, gave her a key, and she would walk his dog. So he was up all night with Charlie Sexton, who he had a hit too. Beat so lonely. Remember that song?
No.
No. Okay, so he was a one-hit wonder too. So the two of them were up all night trying to write a song, and nothing was happening. So she came, you know, he didn't realize that they were up all night trying to do this. And so the girl came in the morning before she went to school, Catholic school, and she's wearing the skirt. And Charlie Sexton goes, whoa. And Benny turns to him and says, hey, she's just 16 years old, leave her alone. And
bingo.
There was the start of the song. And what a song. I mean, thank God. Think of how much worse the world would be if that girl didn't go to a Catholic school.
Okay.
If she didn't walk in,
I got you.
Dressed like that words never would have said, and we might not have ever had this song.
I got you.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. You know, have you heard about my TV show?
Yeah.
The Michael Buster McMahon Televised Radio Playhouse and Used Tire Company. Mm-hmm. We've recently released episode 14. It's a bunch of my little stories.
By the way, it works.
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All the affiliates. It's on 50 access channels in 3 different states. Vermont, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. We might be adding Rhode Island, too. So I'm very excited about that. It's an anthology series. You can just go to YouTube, check out, put Michael Buster Used Tire Company, it'll pop up. The name of it's really long. Michael Buster McMahon Televised Radio Playhouse and Used Tire Company. And we're married to the name. I'm not changing it. I named it that because it was just the most ridiculous thing I could think of. And
it's way too long.
It's a bit long. But that's it. If you go to YouTube, put Michael Buster Used Tire Company, it'll pop up. And you've got all different ones. You've got rom-coms, you've got science fiction, you have Western horror, you've got historical fiction, you've got all these great little stories. So I've always tried to do some of my plays that have been well received. Well, next week we're going to be filming my play that nobody likes. Absolutely nobody. Genie. But I'm going to sell it like this, the play that nobody likes, and maybe somebody will like it. I don't think it's a bad story. It's just a story nobody wants to hear. There's a serial killer going around and who's been targeting runaways, and a police detective assigned to the case starts to develop feelings for this one runaway, and he's trying to convince her that she's got to get off the street because, you know, it's dangerous out here, more dangerous than usual. Nobody likes the story.
Okay.
I guess it's depressing. But I'm excited we're shooting that. But to hedge the bet, Peter, you know what I'm doing?
What's that?
I'm filming it because usually you get either one 30-minute play or 2 15-minute plays. So Genie's a 15-minute play inspired by the song Genie by Falco. But you're also going to get a play that everybody likes, one that I've been saving for when I do Genie. That way I'm hedging the bet. I'm putting a really good play called Our Lot in Life. It's about the true story. It's a fictitious account of a true story of the guy that could have signed the Beatles, but he signed the Tremolos instead. And in real life, the guy was fine. He helped the Rolling Stones get their deal. He had a good life. In my version, his life is crap, and no one will let him forget that he could have signed the Beatles. So in honor of that, I'm really excited to be filming this one. I can't wait for y'all to see. I'm more excited about this than I should be, because Jeannie should have scared the heck out of me. But I'm embracing it. And a lot of the actors who are in it are like, oh, I'm so in for this. So a lot of them are excited about it too, which is cool. Actually, my first two choices to play Jeannie weren't available. The actual character Jeannie, and I found my Jeannie this weekend. My wife choreographed the musical The Prom, which was being put on by the Unity House Players in Springfield, and the girl who played the lead was this young girl, and she was great. She had great, and I said, this could be my Jeannie. And I approached her afterwards. I didn't want to not be creepy, like, hey. I said, I'm the choreographer's husband. That was my in. And she's like, all right. She's like, that does sound cool. So I found my Jeannie. You never know where you're going to get discovered, right?
That's true.
The girl does this little play in Springfield, and look, now she's discovered.
Yeah.
Here are the Tremolos, who had a decent career, but they just weren't the Beatles. 107.5 WSFD.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardie siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
107.5 FM WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in a daze from your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. Some people go around the world for love, and they may never find what they dream of. What you won't do to do for love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. In my world, only you make me do for love what I would not do. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in the daze from your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. Oh, I only want the best, it's true. I can't believe the things I do for you. What you won't do for love. You've tried everything, but you won't give up. In my world, only you made me do for love what I would not do. Made me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do.
Bobby Caldwell's pop hit. When he released his pop album, he came out publicly as a white man. He was a jazz artist, and his label tried to hide the fact that he was a white guy because he sounded black. And they said, no one's going to buy your jazz album if they think you're white. And so once he had a pop hit, everyone got to see what he actually looked like. And they're like, huh, how about that? Bobby Caldwell. Bobby Caldwell is kind of forgotten. He had a version, too. Boz Scaggs had a hit version of it, Heart of Mine. But he and Boz Scaggs and Bobby Caldwell, they co-wrote that song, and they each had a version of it. But, yeah, Bobby Caldwell, sort of a forgotten 80s artist. You know, he's big in Japan. He's huge in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. Sort of like picture David Hasselhoff in Germany big.
Right, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That was the one that came to mind for me.
Yeah. You never know. As Norm Macdonald said, it's like I always said, the Germans love David Hasselhoff. It's one of his throwaway comeback lines there.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do a Massachusetts artist. Think that's a good idea?
Sure.
Let's do that. So James Taylor
playing at RBQ?
created a nope, not quite. James Taylor created a wash of sound by recording himself and others singing extended notes, then putting them into the mix to create the rich textures. And if you pay attention, you can hear Carly Simon in there too. Huh? How'd you get her?
She just happened to be around.
Yeah. He just rolled over one morning and said, "Hey, you want to do the backing vocals on this?" And she's like, "Wake me in an hour. I'll do it in an hour."
Yep.
I think that's the way the conversation went.
Probably.
Here's James Taylor and Shower the People, 107.5 WSFD.
You can play the game and you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. But tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool? But one thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Do as I say. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. just like a pouring rain. People you love with love. Make it rain. Show them the way that you feel. Make it rain. Shower the people you love with love. The sunshine. Show them the way that you feel. Oh yes, make it rain. Shower the people you love with love. The sunshine. Show them the way that you feel.
Support for the community programming provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Where will the superintendent spotlight shine next? Join Stefan Zaporowski and Chris Rogers every Thursday at 9 a.m. to find out. 107.5 FM WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
I'm not a man or a machine. I'm just something in between. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm all love, a dynamo. So push the button and let me go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, you want me to come alive? Flick the switch into overdrive. You and me can let it be. Fire! Touch that dial, turn me on, start me like a motor, make me run. Loving every minute of it, loving every minute of it. Turn that dial all the way, shoot me like a rocket into space. Loving every minute of it, loving every minute of it, loving every minute of it. Come on! I got fun. You want some? I'm ever ready. Dr. Love. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm antenna, aerial. I'm tuning in, mind control. Whoa, whoa. Ah, you got love, you gotta give. You wanna drive, then take the wheel. You and me can let it be. Fire! Touch that dial, turn me on, start me like a motor, make me run. Loving every minute of it, loving every minute of it. Turn that dial all the way, shoot me like a rocket into space. Loving every minute of it, loving every minute of it, loving every minute of it. All right. Oh, you want me to come alive? So flick a switch into overdrive. You and me can let it be. Fire! Touch that dial, turn me on, start me like a motor, make me run. Loving every minute of it, loving every minute of it. Turn that dial all the way, shoot me like a rocket into space. Loving every minute of it, 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 loving every minute of it. Touch that dial, turn me on, start me like a motor, make me run. Turn that dial all the way, shoot me like a rocket into space. Loving every minute of it. Loving every minute of it.
Not going to be a big shock to you when I tell you who wrote that song? Mutt Lange.
No
Yeah.
shock at all.
No shock at all. You get the little heavy rockers with little sexual innuendos in it. So yeah, they were putting together their album. I think it was their fourth, and Somebody called Mutt Lang, and he's like, yeah, we're putting this together. We could probably use another song. He's like, oh, I got something for you. Now, there was no email. There was no, video phones. So he kind of just played it and sang it over a phone. He was in England, and the Loverboy, they're in Canada, like the band Loverboy would do. They would hang out in Canada because that's where they're from. And they pretty much had a tape recorder on the phone, and they pieced it together from that, just this long-distance call. That's how we got loving every minute of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Great little fun little song that you kind of forget about. You don't hear that song too often. I thought of it because, are you friends with Kelly Gonis? She's got a fun little Facebook game. Every morning she gets up at a ridiculous hour and she puts a song, a word, and everyone's got to put a song lyric, and the word was fire. So I thought of the Ohio Players, when we kiss fire. And somebody beat me by like 1 minute. Somebody put that in. I was ready to type it in there, and it popped up. I'm like, oh, my God. So then I came up with that one. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play it. So
Okay.
that's a little background story there. So now Bernie Taupin wrote the lyrics to this. Big surprise. But a lot of times he'd always try to write for Elton John, something that Elton could relate
his
to.
teeth into.
Yeah. And here's one of the times that he didn't, because Elton John didn't get into too many bar fights.
No.
Bernie Taupin remembers when he was his teen years going to British dance clubs, fights would always break out, and it was the first time. And it was the first time Elton recorded a vocal standing up. He made the most out of it. I guess because usually he's playing the piano.
Yeah.
So he'd sit down at the piano,
Sure,
and play the piano and sing his lyrics. Kind of sometimes people will do the lyrics separately, but I guess he enjoyed doing them both. But this one, and I'm sure in concert too, he stood up on the piano because he just figured it was right. And you know what? It is. It's a stand-up piano song.
Yep.
Here's Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. Elton John, 107.5 WSFD.
She
Support for community programming provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. Visit bettsplumbing.com or 14 Coleman Avenue, Westfield. Public welcome.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
107.5 FM WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
We may still have time. We might still get by. Every time I think about it, I wanna cry. With the bombs and the devil, and the kids keep coming. There's no way to breathe easy, no time to be young. But I tell myself that I'm doing alright. There's nothing left to do. But go crazy on you. Crazy on you. I wanna go crazy, crazy on you. In your skin, the gentle sweet singing of leaves in the wind, the whisper that calls after you in the night and kisses your ear in the early, early light. Ooh, yeah. And you don't need to wonder, you're doing alright. There's nothing left to do. Last night in my dream, I bent down over a clear running stream,
and I sang you the songs that I heard up above, and you kept me alive with your sweet flowing love, yeah, yeah, yeah. Crazy on you, crazy on you. Wanna go crazy, crazy on you now.
Do you know why a relationship between Ann Wilson and I would never work?
Why is that?
Because I would insist that whenever she had something to tell me or ask me or any conversation, I would insist upon her that she would have to sing it to me. Because I'm just so in love with her. And, you know, how dare I tell, you know, a woman what to do? Right? So it wouldn't work out. Because I would say, you know, she would say, hey, you know, what should we do for dinner? And I'm saying, no, sing it. What should we do for dinner? Because I'm just so in love with that voice. And I love the acoustic. Thank you for playing the acoustic. I love the album, the Road Home.
Yeah,
now, when Hart was...
You put that on the notes, I played it.
Thank you. When Hart was inducted into the Hall of Fame, there was a little bit of a problem. Because the Hall of Fame wanted the original lineup. You know, I mean, Ann and Nancy. But, you know, back then you had Howard Leese on guitar and Steve Fossen on bass and Mike DeRoche on drums. And that's who the Hall of Fame wanted. But, like, well, we haven't played with those guys in a long time. This is our new band. So the compromise was reached. The original lineup would go do Crazy on You. And then they would leave. And Ann and Nancy would just do Dreamboat Annie. And then their new band came up and they did Barracuda. So that was the compromise. And I think it works for everybody. I mean, those original people deserve to have been up there too. I mean, they put Hart on the map. So it's always tough when, I mean, of course, we all know that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is just a big joke anyway. It's just, there's no transparency on how they pick people. That's all that we're asking for, you know? Like, people who aren't in the Baseball Hall of Fame, like, we kind of know why. Mm-hmm. But, like, there's no answers for some of these people who aren't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's no good answers. Anyway. So now, Smokey Robinson, of course, of the Miracles, he was enjoying being a songwriter. And he wrote this song for Kim Carnes because she recorded this song, More Love. And it was a hit. So he's like, you know what? And, you know, when you hear that song, you're like, oh, yeah, I can definitely hear the Smokey Robinson in that song. So he wrote this one for her. But what he didn't know was his friend, the producer, and Kim Carnes weren't working together anymore. So his friend didn't really want to say that because it probably was his fault. You know, that's why he didn't want to say it. And he's like, well, why don't you record it? And he's like, you know, she's like, well, I'm not really a solo artist. And, oh, you should record it. It'd be a big hit. And so they worked on it, and it went to number 2. And you know what blocked it from going number 1?
What?
Kim Carnes' Betty Davis Eyes. Here's Being With You, Smokey Robinson, 107.5 WSFD.
Honey, don't go.
one thing I know for sure is really, really real. I've never felt before the way you make me feel. I don't care what they think about me, I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think. If you're leaving, I'm gonna beg you to stay. I don't care if they start to avoid me, I don't care what they do. I don't care about anything else but being with you, being with you, being with you, being with you. I don't care about anything else but being with you, being with you. I wanna be with you. I don't care if they
Want to know what's trending at Westfield Technical Academy? Join host Kevin Daly and Carol Groom to find out all things Tiger. Tiger Talk, Thursdays at 8 a.m. 107.5 FM, WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM, WSFD-LP, Westfield.
He's so fine. Wish she were mine. That handsome boy over there. One with the wavy hair. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna make him mine. Be the envy of all the girls. It's just a matter of time. He's a soft-spoken guy. Also seems kind of shy. Makes me wonder if I should even give him a try. But then again, he can't shine. He can't shine away forever. And I'm gonna make him mine. If it takes me forever. He's so fine. Oh yeah. Gotta be mine. Oh yeah. Sooner or later. Oh yeah. I hope it's not later. Oh yeah. We've got to get together. Oh yeah. The sooner the better. Oh yeah. I just can't wait. I just can't wait to be held in his arms if I were a queen. And he asked me to leave my throne. I'd do anything that he asked, anything to make him my own. Boy, he's so fine, so fine, so fine, so fine, so fine, so fine, so fine.
The Chiffons. That was written by a young songwriter named Ronnie Mack. He died of cancer shortly after it was released. The song, he assembled a couple girls from a local high school. 14-year-old Judy Craig, 13-year-old Patricia Bennett, and 13-year-old Barbara Lee. Eventually, they added a veteran. Sylvia Peterson, she had sung with Little Jimmy and the Tops. And they recorded the song with the Tokens, doing the backing musicians at Capitol Studio. Pretty cool, huh? That's a show. Did you learn anything?
Yep.
Good. My name is Michael Buster McMahon. Drink your milk, look both ways before crossing the street, and never, ever give up your dreams. That's my pal and producer in there, Peter Cole. Say goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
We like to end with something kind of fun. And this is one of my favorite musicals. I never get sick of it. I've been in it a couple times, and I've seen it. I've never get sick of this musical. The musical Chicago. Do you like Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's one of the fun songs from that show. Here's the Cell Block Tango. We'll see you next week. Drink your milk, look both ways across the street, and never, ever give up your dreams.
And now, the 6 merry murderesses of the Cook County Jail in their rendition of the cell block tank.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Six swish,
You know how people have these little habits that get you down? Like Bernie. Bernie liked to chew gum. No, not chew. Pop. So I came home this one day and I'm really irritated and I'm looking for a little bit of sympathy. And there's Bernie lying on the couch, drinking a beer and chewing. No, not chewing. Popping. So I said to him, I said, you pop that gum one more time. And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots. Into his head.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I bet you would have done the same.
I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago, and he told me he was single, and we hit it off right away. So we started living together. He'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd fix him a drink, we'd have dinner, and then I found out. Single, he told me. Single my ass. Not only was he married, oh no, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons, you know? So that night when he came home from work, I fixed him his drink, as usual. You know, some guys just can't hold their arsenic.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He took the flower in his prime, and then he used it, and he abused it. It was a murder,
Now I'm standing in the kitchen, carving up the chicken for dinner, minding my own business. In storms my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage. "You've been screwing the milkman," he says. He was crazy, and he kept on screaming, "You've been screwing the milkman!" And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
Мид, кира шекери. Ост маньяко е хира шлоко млефо к тому ферими. In me gleship tomu fe. Den emegos. In artot lom vojok. Nem tudom. Mert mondja uncle sam hok intantam. Próbáltam. A rendesen meg magyarázni. Ti nem értetek meg.
Yeah, but did you do it?
Not guilty.
My sister Veronica and I had this double act, and my husband Charlie traveled around with us. Now, for the last number in our act, we did these 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, splits, spread eagles, backflips, flip-flops, one right after the other. So this one night before the show, we're down at the Hotel Cicero, the 3 of us boozing, having a few laughs. And we ran out of ice, so I go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, the spread eagle. Well, I was in such a state of shock, I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later, when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even knew they were dead. They had it coming! They had it coming! They had it coming! All along! I didn't do it, but if I'd done it,
lipshits more than I could possibly say. He was a real artistic guy. Sensitive. A painter. But he was always trying to find himself. He'd go out every night looking for himself, and on the way, he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving's. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead.
Dirty bomb, 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 not the dirty bomb, bomb, bomb. They had it coming, 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 they had it coming. Because if they use us, if they use us, they abuse us, they abuse us. Don't you tell us that we were wrong. He had it coming, he had it coming, he had it coming, he had it coming. He only had it, only said to myself,
Number 17, the spread eagle.
Differences.
Pop. 6. Squish.
Cicero.
Lipshits.